Morning, even afternoon. We got a bagger for y'all today, baby. We got a video from Jeff here, putting his YouTube in the description as always. And Jeff talks about the new Call of Duty leaks that apparently Black Ops 6 leaks have been going around. He talks a lot about some different stuff in here. I throw in my 2 cents as well. And if you're excited for this next Call of Duty, be sure to leave a like on this, hit the sub button. Most importantly, be sure to tell somebody you love them. I'll catch you in the next one.
Over on some more Call of Duty,
Jeff.
and we recently ended up
Wait.
All right, what's going on, guys?
That's
It's
my
Jeff
favorite
back
part of the
over on
video.
some more Call of Duty, and we recently ended up getting some rumors. Now, understand, since they're rumors and like little leaks and stuff,
So
things
just
are
so y'all
subject
know-
to change, and also could just be straight up not right. Things can
Just to be clear as well, I haven't heard any leaks myself. Like his title, this being Black Ops 6, is the first thing that I'm really hearing about this as well,
change,
just so you
things
guys
could
know.
be wrong to begin with. There could be a lot of things.
He's kind of cooking, bro.
Dude, the worst part is when I find somebody in a lobby and they actually say some fun, then they like just start saying words, and it's just like, you're going too far. Because now you can't even be in the video, because now I don't like, watch your mouth. So we got some new Black Ops 5 or Black Ops 6 leaks, and most of this information is coming from Semtex leaks. Now, to be fair, I don't know all of the stuff that they've, leaked in the past or anything like that, how accurate or anything like that, but I'm seeing other people also pick up this rumor. So with Season 3 Reloaded, you know that every single update, there's like new things added in the files for the future. Even though you don't have access to it right on that update day, there's new content added in there, and then people will data mine it, and they'll end up, potentially be able to piece together what it all means.
If it is, I gotta say, if it's Black Ops 6, bro, I hate to admit, I'm gonna be very excited. Listen, Jeff is just cooking, by the way.
Oh, the guy that ended up getting the shotgun collat right off rip ends up leaving the game as soon as I get all the streaks in here. I love Das House. This map is so insane. I loved it on Vanguard. I love it on this game. It's crazy. It was even better on Vanguard because of you could have like 10 attachments, and every single build you have.
It's a good map for multiplayer. I'll say that. 62 and 9 he went. Okay, I have to pause and say, if these leaks are true and this is another Black Ops from Treyarch, I'm going to be very excited, because a lot of you, if you don't know, maybe you do. Black Ops 2 was like the start of my streaming career, right? So Jev, I would watch Jev with his old Call of Duty videos on YouTube, and I was streaming on Twitch for Black Ops 2. That's when I really started to like take streaming seriously, in the sense of like I had a schedule, even though right now I don't, and I was very regularly kind of streaming and just trying to like, be as consistent as I could. But Black Ops 2 was my first game that I A, streamed, and B, I really loved Black Ops 2 as a Call of Duty game. So if this is true, I can't help but be excited for the next COD, man. I can't help it.
Reloaded update. COD 2024 alpha confirmed, ? So note that, ? But we're going to have to assume that, just like every other year, we're probably going to have some kind of alpha/beta. Now, I'm really hoping that there's no weird stuff that like went on with the other games, for example, like I think it was Vanguard actually did like a whole beta or alpha or something in a completely separate game mode from multiplayer. Just do a normal multiplayer beta, dude. Don't be weird. This is more exciting than anything at the moment, though, because people are really curious what Treyarch can do with all of this time and all of the resources completely uninterrupted.
How long did they have whips? 3 years?
I did hear rumors that the zombie
I think they said they had 2 or 3 years to make this one, which is really good.
Campaign stuff works.
Some of the other ones have been pumped out.
When the PlayStation deal ran out, so it seems like there's not going to be any special thing. You have to have a PlayStation in order to play on like the first weekend, and then everybody else gets it on the next weekend or something like that. No, apparently, from my understanding, this is going to be a fully accessible alpha/beta, even if it's considered a closed or open one, whatever. It's going to be all platforms and not exclusive to one for a weekend, for example. At least that's what makes sense. COD 2024/Black Ops 6 will be following Black Ops Cold War's footsteps and will release a public alpha build sometime before launch. The file says alpha. We know with Call of Duty's track record, they will release some sort of beta or alpha or whatever to drive some sales. They always do. And it always works too. I play every single one of them. This one will actually be really interesting though, because of the no weird exclusivity deals or anything like that. Just pure gaming. It'd be really nice if they gave us like an alpha/beta for literally like all of the things. Obviously Warzone is a little bit more complicated to make a beta or alpha on. It would be a little weird to run like 2 different versions of Warzone at the same time. I don't know. It just doesn't feel like they would do that. But I definitely feel like they'll be able to, at the very least, do the multiplayer one. Just going by history. But there is a possibility for a zombies one. It's pretty much confirmed that we're getting full-blown real zombies experience this time. I'm gonna assume it's gonna be at least on par with, Cold War or whatever. I know that some people felt some type of way about Cold War overall. I know that a lot of
comment section help me out. Was it Treyarch that made like the first really large zombies? It was, right? It was Was it Black Ops? You zombie fans out there are gonna have to help me. I want to say it was Black Ops 1, like the original. That's the one I remember. I just remember the loading screen and everything. I could be wrong though.
Zombies players and stuff said that Cold War was like really easy.
Whip says World at War.
I will say though that Cold War Zombies actually got me hooked for a while. I really enjoyed my time on Cold War Zombies, and I really did not play zombies before that. I played it before, but I didn't play zombies. I didn't understand zombies. I saw gameplay of it, and people had like all the perks going across the screen and shit. I was like, I'll never be able to do that. It was also really nice to play a zombies mode that didn't feel like I was just not really meant to be there, because as the zombies mode ended up evolving over time, they obviously had to add more and more depth. And by the time I even got involved, I didn't know how to do any of the Easter eggs and didn't play any of the other maps or anything like that. Like, literally the only thing that I actually sat down and played consistently was the first ever zombies map over on World at War. That was the only one I actually played. So that was it. You're right, Whips. I went for like round. If I would have waited long enough, Jeff would have told me. This is a full-blown zombies experience, so I really remember the Black Ops 1-1 from Treyarch, for sure. But I think that they realized how much success they had with hooking new zombies players with easier to consume content, at least at first. Because the main reason why I didn't catch up on all the other zombie shit is because number one, I would literally need a guide to get me through all of it. Not like a video guide, I mean like a person guide. Like I'm being led on a fucking safari, an expedition. The amount of people that were like, dude, just like walk you through all of these zombies Easter eggs and shit, it'll be fun. That's just not my thing. I would like to be able to do it myself. Just an idea. Did I just crash? What just happened? I didn't even realize these things actually had models to them. Actually detailed models too. Lag? Oh, okay, yeah, it's not just me. Server connection timed out. What the fuck? We have like little, you know, rumors and just little information out there about alphas and things like that, and we'll be able to theorize what could and couldn't be. People have already been doing that anyway without any confirmation because we just know it's coming. We know that there's going to be multiplayer. We know that there's a campaign. We know that there's zombies. And obviously we know that like Verdansk and other things are going to be happening as well for Warzone, but they included the entire COD 2024 campaign safe house utility file in Season 3 Reloaded. COD 2024/Black Ops 6 safe house details. Similar to Cold War, Black Ops 6 will feature a safe house during the campaign. You go back and actually watch like my Cold War playthrough or anybody's playthrough or whatever, there's like this hub where you end up selecting the missions from that point, but it's kind of a dynamic hub depending on, you know, how far you are into the story and stuff like that.
So it actually has Black Ops 6 in the name, so that's like really cool. 100% in?
Like really nice detail in the game.
Or do you think they're baiting us?
As like walking up to a character that's sitting at a desk not looking at you. You can approach them from the side that they're looking, and then they'll just look at you and start talking to you. But you can also approach them from behind, and it won't be like this weird thing where you're talking to the back of their head. The actual model will turn around and look at you like in a very realistic way, not twisting their head around on some horror movie type shit or speaking into the void on some like Skyrim/Fallout kind of you know, engine. There's a lot of really cool detail in there, and also I really enjoyed the Cold War campaign. I like the whole like psychological aspect to a lot of these things. I think I personally don't care about the whole glorifying, oh, these guys are fighting the war, they gotta win, how brave they are, look at all the explosions and action and shit like that. Like that's just not all the glory. I swear I at least tried it. I can't remember. Super boring to me. It's a very similar thing with just action sequences and movies and stuff like that as well. I'm very bored at it, and I find it much more interesting after a certain group ends up winning in this war. Quote, winning. I want to see the after effects of it all. I want to see the psychological damage that the people took. Call me weird or whatever, but that to me is the most interesting part about this whole thing. If you know anybody that's ever been in the military or any shit like that, you know the mental side of shit is no joke. I like to see that expanded upon. And Cold War had a lot more psychological shit going on with about like what is.
You're right, Whips. I didn't play that game. I heard it was really good though. That campaign, it was a solid one.
That I saw. That's the shit I like. I know that some people missed out on that one. They like big explosion, fine, whatever. Just at least have like a good mix in there. Ultimately, there's no one on the planet that could kill tens of hundreds of people by themselves and not have some sort of psychological lapse. It's a story worth telling. I'm just saying. To also expand on the safe house thing, not only do you select missions, but you can also do like upgrades and things. It says here, at the safe house, players can purchase upgrades for their player, equipment, weaponry, as well as purchase perks and test the firearms at a firing range. Notable things mentioned: office, which at a guess is a resource room, question mark, the armory, the training room, and the equipment bench. Now, Semtex Leaks actually added on to this and says, I should definitely say that there's a possibility that it could just be referring to an alpha alpha playtest build that like the devs are using, not something that's like in preparation and being prepped for the player base. Knowing Treyarch though, and seeing how early the reveal is, I could definitely see some sort of alpha release to the public. So again, take this whole thing with a grain of salt. Let me know what you guys think about all of this. An alpha/beta is a real thing. It's coming. It's not really breaking news or anything crazy, but once you start seeing files, have actual confirmation of those things, or at least leaning towards that direction, it's only a matter of time until we get confirmation or clarity at the very
They'll
least.
probably, oh my God, he cut it off mad fast. He didn't say this has been Jeff guys later. Dude, they usually, I mean, as far as the COD cycle goes, right? Where are we right now? May, the game is going to be what? September-ish, right? August? Is that right? Usually, well, no, it's usually a little bit later, right? Like October. Okay, so like October, but that probably means if I had to guess, the alpha is probably going to be like June, July, August, September-ish, maybe. I wouldn't be shocked, but that means they're going to have to release what this game is probably. We're probably gonna find this out soon, right? That's my thought. Everyone watching this, these leaks are probably coming out right now because we're probably gonna get confirmation from Treyarch really soon. And like I said before, man, Black Ops 2, that was a game I started on. So, and just to be clear as well, Treyarch, you know, obviously loving Black Ops, Treyarch is one of my favorites, and they've had a lot of time on this COD. So, needless to say, here I am again. Typical COD cycle, but hopeful. Let's see.